Hi guys, this is Claudia from Knitters and Critters, and today I wanted to give you a quick recap of my January knitting. The first thing I finished in January were my color palette socks. Now, I actually finished the first one during a family trip that we took at the beginning of January. And this is such a great project, I think, not just for gradients, which is what I did with mine, but for all sorts of scraps that you may have, lying around, leftover sock weight yarn. Um, I'm pretty sure this is not the only pair that I'm gonna make um, from this pattern. It just lends itself to so many possibilities. So I really enjoyed making it. The sections are, you get through them so quickly that, it's kind of potato chippy. You just want to get to the next one and the next one. And then when we got home from our trip, I went ahead and finished them, and they're really, really nice. Good to start the year on a high note. Um, I also, I think this might be the year of scrappy projects. I don't know. This is my Clove and Twine Toke by Tiff Nealon. And for this one, you use 2 strands of sock weight yarn plus a strand of mohair. And the mohair, what it does is if you start blending your sock yarns, it sort of gives it a halo or a veil to where you can't really see the transitions too sharply. It just sort of like has this little haze. So I used up a couple of small leftovers of pale blue sock white yarn. It's very cozy. The mohair makes it feel so luxurious. And again, this might be another pattern where I make more than one. They'll ask me, you're always saying, oh, I'm so happy with how this turned out, and I'm so happy with this pattern, I'm so happy with this. And they're like, do you really love everything you make? And honestly, if I don't love it, I'm not going to finish it. I mean, my husband is sort of the opposite. He will finish a book even if, he doesn't really like it, he's not really invested, but he will finish it, which, points to him. But mama just doesn't have the time for that. I mean, neither does he. He works hard, but I just don't. If I'm not enjoying a knit, it goes away. I frog it and use a yarn for something else. But so far, January has been really good because I've enjoyed everything I made. So, yay. I put this little tag from my beloved Cream City yarn, um, and it gives it a little character. And I really like it. We've been having, cold weather here in, north of the wall in Wisconsin. And in the mornings when, I have wet hair from the shower and I have to go drop the boys, at school, things get really cold. So I slap a hat on, and yeah, this is my current go-to hat. I also started these awesome Misty Step socks. It's what I'm going to call them because that's the colorway. Um, this is the January colorway from Red Door Fiber Studios, Dungeons and Dickheads Club. I mean, that's me. And it's called Misty Step, so of course I had to make socks out of it. I need to finish the second one, but I did start the first one in January, and I'm really happy. It's very soft, very nice yarn. I'm very happy with it. Last but not least in my January knitting is my beautiful Winter's Pullover by Haley from Ozetta. And I did a small modification after I wrote everything down from the test net, kind of wrote down the yardage and how everything had gone, everything. She writes very good patterns, are very easy to follow, the instructions are very clear. Um, so after I finished the test knit, I wrote down the yardage, and I decided that I wanted it to be a little bit longer. So what I did was I undid the I undid the ribbing and then knit a couple more inches of the stockinette. And then I also made the ribbing section a little bit longer. And now it hits somewhere where it covers my butt if I'm wearing leggings, because I like my butt to be covered when I'm wearing leggings. Nobody wants to see that. I don't want to see it. It's very cozy, it's very comfortable, and you know, 2 or 3 more inches of that sounds wrong. That was my knitting for January. I think it is a new record for me. I finished 4 things. Granted, 3 of them were small. Um, so I don't think this is gonna keep happening, but you never know. I love to knit, obviously, and I hope you enjoyed this little recap. I already have a couple of things in mind to cast on for February, so I will see you at the end of February, and we will see how that went. Take care.